Okay, Live 2D isn't working. Let's try this again. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Anyway, welcome back to this hot mess of a channel. So, having completed the commission on Friday, the plan this week is to design a new channel banner. But because I can't be bothered to design one separately for all of the places that I use this content, I'm doing them all at once. And so that's what this has been put together. I've got all these boxes set up that tell me what the constraints are of each one in terms of their shape relation to the others. So this one's handling Mastodon, Twitter, and I think Blue Sky, but Blue Sky's weird because it asks for a square, but only actually uses a thing in the center. So I'll have to fiddle with that. There's the slightly smaller one for Twitch, and then the various blocks for YouTube. That's weird. Huh. I think I've already made a mistake. Okay, let's just double check something. The width of 2470, but add 40 for the size. It's 2510. And then the height is 338. Why 338 pixels? Okay, 676 816. Those two. That's. Oh, right. Oh, that's right. Not off to the best start. I think. No. I wish there was a. I wish the position tool just had a center button. It's just like, put this down right in the middle of the damn piece. That should be there. It's 14. Mm. God, that's confusing me now. Oh, that's the thing. What did I put a size? No. No, I didn't. Mm. I forgot, yes, I doubled the proportions and all of this. And it's not very easy to make a is the best way to do this. So I'm gonna just check. Yeah, that's about the right amount. Of course, because it doubled the size of that as well. Oh, wait. Put you back to full. There. Just gonna quickly recreate this stuff, and I have to remember that I've doubled it all. So this one is 5,120, so 5,160. Height is the same. 60 and 1440. God, no. That's that. And that's matching up now. I don't know why it wasn't before. I must have mismeasured something. Then we'll take Twitch. Yeah, that works easily enough. Twitch is 2440. And 480, that's 960,000. You will be 60, 1440. Okay, that one's actually correct, it seems like. Yes, that one matches up. Good. I haven't messed up all of them. I think I just muddled up the YouTube one then. But regardless, final one, Mastodon Twitter. You are both 340. Got that wrong. And 1,040. And it looks like I got that one right as well. So, but that does make it a little cleaner to look at. Just gonna have to copy a couple of things from the old one. Twitch. And here I thought I was like having prepped this beforehand. No. Yeah, I see I messed them all up slightly. A second, I didn't undo that one. So we're looking for T center. Oh god, thank god. It's 1235 by 338. Is that? That's no longer needed. Shift you up just a fraction to get you out of that. Get you out of the red. Okay. Let's open it to the same. So much. Okay, now we've got it. Now we've got what we need. So first off, let's center these, because we're going to need this. See, that puts it there. Anyway, back to this. Oh, actually, no, I do want that on just for the center part for a moment, because I want to put just that, because that is what we're going to use for our central. That's what I'm going to use to flip some elements around. I'm going to design a lot of this I'm going to design a lot of this so it inverts on itself. It's going to be a load of greenery stuff as well. Now, first step is my text. So I have two options, and let me just grab them both in. God, they both zoom off over there. Thank you for only keeping the win bit. So this is the big bit. God, that does not blow up very well. Is there a filter to sharpen? Enhance. That did almost nothing. Yeah, that does almost nothing. That kind of sucks. I can't center it. 40. So where I normally would have used this one, because this has been the text for a lot of my stuff. It just doesn't feel as nice for a banner as this one does now. It's to slide you delicately up so that the actual letters are more centered. Oh, actually, there is a way I can do this. Just apply a stroke of, let's say, 2 pixels. No, that's way too. That's right. Doesn't look that's not terrible as an idea, but it doesn't cover up the stuff I want to do. But yeah, at size, I think that's like this is far easier to read. Oh, that's a dumb thought. That's a, that's a very silly idea. No, that's yeah, this will be the center of it, but I think it needs to be still a little bit smaller. Okay, 60. That's better because that gives me space to build stuff around. See, it's still kind of too big. I want a good chunk of space either side to work with. Or do I just go the 60? Oh my god, please. There we go. Now, no, nobody move. Nobody touch anything. You, as much as I appreciate you from the first banner, it's time to go. So signage and such is right. That's currently only those 2 pixels. Colors. Well, for a start. Oh yeah, I've still got that on. Guess it saves a little bit of time. Try that. That should be normal. No? Hello? Right. There we go. Turn you off. And I'm going to get myself a blue. Just for that. Oh, and because I know it's going to be the case, let's get myself just a nice rich green here and give myself a slightly more relevant background to work with. So the original plan I had was to do something like with the dryads either side. Like put dryad. Hello? Oh, right. Would be to put like dryads here, here, with kind of weapons braced and such. The thing with that is those don't feature enough on the channel. I need something which suits me more. And we can all see something by looking, but you know, How do I accommodate that? Especially since the obvious idea of putting two orbs. Oh God, that just got increasingly hefty. What the fuck is that? What the fuck are you? Oh, you're the. Oh, that's drunk. But yes, like doing something like that. It's a cool idea, but it also does mean that my head vanishes if I want to put my head in somewhere. So it can't necessarily feature my normal version. Anything else I could put in? Any other way I could do this? I'm going to start with figuring out the details. So what iconography do I have? Well, for start, there's the butterfly look. Just pop those out. So let's see. Now that's actually featured in all of my banners at one point or another. So the blue butterfly there is, of course, the art side of things. But it's relevant. Tail, the brass hands. And it's a real kick in the teeth to realize that you don't actually have a solid branding yet. Like, I think it has to be the butterfly somehow. And well, there's nature. Nature and face stuff. That's the vibe in general. And that reminds me, I do need to redesign my model. I need to play up the fair aspects a bit more, give myself some more overt features. I have been mistaken for a demon too many times. But I could do at least part of that with an outfit. Like the one I did for Fell with all those flowers on. Of course, if I do that, I do have another idea. A couple of other things I would integrate. Butterfly art, the thickness, the tail, the brass hand, and each of the fey. I know I want to incorporate kind of leaves and vines. It's also worth noting that all of this space outside the red line, while it is used on the YouTube TV size, I'm not going to put much effort into that because I very much doubt anyone is watching me on their TV. Might be a bit more common these days, but it's just not coming up very often. This central orange box is the priority for pretty much everything. Anything that is important to the branding of the channel, anything that is vital to the look of things, goes in this orange and red box. Because that means every logo will have it. So I'm probably going to put some neat stuff out here for the desktop stuff. But this, I'm possibly just going to do some upscaling or some faffing around. Maybe That's what I could do. For the outside of the YouTube stuff, I could put some. I could stitch together a load of the commissions, like the commission and art I've done. Or I could do really cheeky and make the full-size YouTube one have the hefters in the background. That would be fun. So if someone ever watches YouTube on the TV, they've got like 16 stacked women staring back at them. I could even slightly adjust that one to make it fit that more. Just as a theory. Whew. Needed that stretch. Where else could we go with this? So, leaves and vines, those will just be the outside features, but I'm still kind of stuck on what to do with the name. Also, that blue sucks. I'm updating. I'm making that brighter. That's nowhere near bright enough. Let's go the full vibrant. Uh, there. It's not exactly my blue, but it suits the colours of the text more. What else? At the moment, it's all just figuring out various things that could be. So there's cooking. Oh, right, I forgot to turn that back down. Cooking and baking. There is stuff like the Souls likes, but getting too into the gaming stuff kind of specifies what I do a bit much. I'll put it down though. Just, because. I think I already know what I want to do with here though, because I've got this exact space either side, and what I think I want to do is put my various swords. So let's see. God, to remember the name of them all now. So there's the anathema. I have. I guess one of my weapons can't really fit into there. There's the anathema, and the other truly dangerous one was the rebuker. None of these swords have particular designs either. The rebuker, there is the paralyzer. Oh, that's got some. There's some connotations to this actually. Because the rebuker and because like you'll see the friendly, approachable Lucin Corwin at the front and center here, but the further you zoom out, the more you see the complicated parts of it. So there's the rebuker, and there's the paralyzer, there's the anathema, and there is. I've not named that blade yet, so let's call that Liberator. I also have a Dragon Slayer. Yeah. There. Not the big guts blade, the more TTRPG centric one. And there is the Teeth Cane. So that'll be those sides. And that's at least that's sorted. And let's put hefters. Uh, other out. Because like I just don't want to put too much into these sections that no one will see. Or that almost no one will see. But that said, that does specifically have to follow these outside lines because I don't want tiny bits of the other arches clipping into this. God, that's horrid on that green. Needs a bit darker if you would, Jeeves. Much better. Not killing my eyes anymore. So in the center, yes, we're going to I will definitely feature the blue butterfly. Perhaps I can be a bit more, clever with the implications. Oh, right. Brass leaves. And of course the blue rose. So a little bit more that's too much that's there, but again, too much blue would be too much blue. The brass leaves, though, that adds a nice splash of colour. I don't think, but if I'm going to be putting 6 weapons in here when I'm done, I don't want to be using the dryad idea with all the bows and such. That might do. I think I have an idea. And this is something I have 2 ideas. Oh god, did I attach the tags? Yes, I did. Okay, so these 2 ideas here, I'm going to use one of these. Grove of the Mother or the Grove of Rebirth. The Grove of the Mother is one that's is the first one I ever made. Bathing in its waters for the first time promotes your motherly characteristics. And if you're looking at me, then you probably have an idea of what that means. The Grove of Rebirth was one created by the Mantis, when a volcano was prevented from erupting. And it is a large lake in the caldera of a volcano with a waterfall falling from one end, surrounded by these large obsidian and granite monoliths in the distance. Now, the question comes from there, which one would fit better? Though the Rebirth Grove is definitely much more visually designed. Like, I know what that looks like. It's very clear. The other question to answer is if I can in fact do environmental design, because this will be the first piece I've properly done for that. So I guess let's do a quick okay, first thing is that you need to actually go down. That's that. So now we have this here. That's still that. That's that. And I am completely messing this one up. Oh god. um, 5. Yeah. Needs to be. The lake needs to fit in the center here. Wait, no, that's irrelevant. Actually, not quite. Is that moving at all? No, it's not. Actually, it makes sense that that can be a little offset down to the bottom. Pixel by pixel. Okay. God. So that would be that. Then I would turn this on in order to have. In order to have. Well, this is where the cliff would go anyway. And now I'm actually going to remember to put the music on 40 minutes in. That'll be the water. That'll be where the water pours from. No. God. Stare. We move like we don't care. Full stare. So. So what I'll do is I'll put some. I love drawing vegetation. I hate drawing vegetation. Like, I separate that out just so I don't need that reference anymore. Because there's that like you can see it in any kind of tree. There's this, and it never looks right when I draw it. Okay, I've got that one. Wrong one. Let's find the foliage. Okay, so it's okay. I think this one will work. Mm. But let's shrink you first. That fits better because then the water's pouring out from the lake. Yeah, that. Now, okay, that gives me an idea at a distance, but need to find clearer ideas of how to draw this stuff. Okay, we're going to need a brush for this. Oh, that works. Maybe. No. I think a combination of those two might do it. Okay, that one's pressure based, but it doesn't adapt so well. No. Same with that. No, that's the weird patterning ones. I get that one. That's a weird pattern. That one's like a shuriken throw or something. That's too big. This feels like one. No, that's just... That specifically leaves. This is... No. Okay, so... I see some potential here. If only it could be rotated, but it can't. So that... Okay, that is the empty layer. Need a little lighter. Just squiggle along here. Then darken it. Shrink the brush. Not quite that bad. Is this going to work? Doesn't do terribly, actually. I don't hate it. So, fur bleeding on the inside. Fear before the fall. 6 feet above the next time I lose it all. For life beyond the stars. Just turn that off. God. Well, let's grab... Oh, right, and I need to make this sand. First off, this needs to be a normal brush. And I should probably put it below you, so it's easier to line out. However, I don't need to worry about not doing that correctly at this stage. Just have to remember that this is my cutoff line. In fact, given that the Mastodon/Twitter box is specifically the outer limit, I should make that the the properly nicely done border. Silence. I could make this so much easier for myself. Let's start with that box first. And I'll make it a kind of reddish brown. My usual go-to for those kind of things. More that. And it is convenient. Nope, nope. It was cool, but not what I was going for. 2560. And 1440. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Okay, for now I'm working here. And in that case, that's the tool. Grow that by 10. It's like, yeah, like this is the start for the whole thing. Which is really why I should put this up the top and turn its opacity down. And that's the limit I want to work in. So I can lock that off. And let's get myself a... Let's do the lake now. I need a nice, bright blue. What the hell? Something feels off all of a sudden. Oh, that's a weird interaction. Right, because that overlaps. Because that is on top for some reason. There we go. That's the center line out. This is the colors. still adhering to these lines is pretty optional, because I'm going to be screwing around with the blur tool after. Don't need no armies, but all need to stand up and join me. Surrender the throne. Stab, call it for you. Take no foreign answer. You can do. Okay. Let's take that. Add noise to you. Now this, we go to my favorite brush. Kick you spoke. That's what you say. You ones that won't leave you broken. You got the window in grip the coat. Now I need a much darker and much more ominous blue. A brush of, not that one, respectable size. That brush needs to be bigger. Then you continue. Okay. So it should be more like, I think, this. I feel like I'm never going to manage a good one of these. No, not the smear brush, thank you. Like this will be like that. But I need to add a load of line art first. So I need trees. A specific type at that. let's get ourselves a couple of curved ones. It's like drawing fingers in a way. So there would be those will actually just, that'll splinter further. That'll be that. Then I think go back to this brush. Actually, we start with you. That one. Just need a lot of layers to get this right. Mm. No, that looks. That's better. Now we switch to the light one. And this one goes on this layer. I go back to the regular brush again to add a few more details to the line art. Because it does seem to be that it was actually fairly straightforward to put the marks onto a tree. Then some ridges up here, here as well. That's okay. Let's make this limb a little more pointy. Top top is only the only thing to think about. There is shading. Anyway, diamonds. To put you back as well. Among diamonds. Uh, Hello, hey, hey Jacob. How's it going? You're joining me just working on a new banner for every single one of my social media presences. So that's a terrible choice of brown. Headache and heartache, how about you? Well, my sympathies on that. My sympathies on your situation. I'm not doing so badly. I'm recently coming off finishing my first ever commission, and I've got a load of continuing prep to get on with. So I'm busy, tired, but ain't too bad, you know? I'm just kind of rambling about TTRPGs and world building stuff. File this carefully back down here. It's like it's not the I'm not in the best position in the world. There are definitely people uh doing better than me, but I'm not doing too badly. I've got stuff to be doing, and it at least keeps me occupied with my time. Oh god, that's weird. I'm gonna have to clean over that. Oh well. Yeah, fur. Hmm. So I just yeah, yeah, could be better, could be worse. Of course. Someone pops in and I suddenly have no idea what to say. I never thought I'd get this far. Well, I can start with blurring this. Still kind of in that stage where my instinct is to just kind of ramble about what's going on at the exact moment. Blur that in. Then I go to start the eraser. That one. Just neatly erase around here. That brush is being really finicky there. Don't want to actually erase all the way up the limbs, because that's them getting tangled in. That's them getting lost in the source. Up there. Quite. And that's the first couple of trees done. I think I'll smudge those little bits as well. Bleed those colours down. Hmm. It's already looking. This is already looking cleaner. It's the first time I was doing this piece. It's the most. It's also the most scatterbrained one I've done. Yes. Let me just smudge my line art. Bring that down to there. And then how do we get a cliff in here? It's like environmental work is not my strong suit. Definitely the weakest point. Oh, lovely! I get lots of side views of cliff sides. None from the bottom. Guess like that. Let's minimize, let's shrink the line up a little. Maybe, maybe that's. This one should be the ceiling inside, but I think that's. That doesn't even slightly feel like a cliff. Oh, when I speak to you. Probably tuck this down a little. Yeah, there is a fantastic amount of how to draw a cliff from the top, but nothing from this angle. So, yay. Okay, see if I can. So that would be the overhang. That would make That's there. Okay, so that'll be the roof that can be seen. That carries off, goes to there. Down there. I'll clear out the old bits of line art in the area and see if that. Well, it's definitely going to be better. It's just oh, what the merge, not delete for fuck's sake. It does that occasionally. Like periodically, periodically my thing will just kind of choose to remove what's there instead of merging. God. And I've just been prodded that there is a that 2B is in Rainbow Six the skin, and having taken a glance at it, it is too cursed. It's just let's just say that ain't right. That boy ain't right. Colors. Got that all back. So yeah, time to a little darker. Blood's wearing thin. Paint in. Yeah, this I don't know if this will take me more or less time than my previous one, but there's every time I see my own banner at the moment, the one that's all chibi, it it kind of makes me cringe. It ain't what I wanted what this to look like. I put it together because it was the quickest way to assemble one, and I wanted there to be, actual stuff associated with my channel, but getting my Blue Sky invite prompted this, prompted the reason to update. Show me what you're after, just a little faster. I'll put some obsidian totems and such up here. Am I really getting a cramp? Please no. Yeah, so, and for just to add a little more context to the whole thing with the Grove of the Mother, it all comes from a certain part of Arturium, Shandis, long ago, so long ago that they had in fact lost the knowledge of this. The people who lived in the area manipulated and harnessed volcanoes. Essentially, they made magical geothermal energy plants, and they put in place lots of very complex systems to manage those things. Then, well, time passed, tragedies befell, and that technology, the magic that brought that about, was absent. It vanished from the world. But the things that had been used to establish these principles in the first place, they persisted. God, I fucked that up. And uh, sometime later, elements of those would be rediscovered, and a couple of giants, those wishing to reignite one of the supervolcanoes, would set out to, put it into place, put into to bring about that eruption by essentially misusing these old sciences. They would be stopped by a group of adventurers, as is commonplace in the setting, commonplace in the world, the this kind of story. So they would be stopped there, and in the process of doing so, would have the caldera of this ancient supervolcano transformed into a grove through the combination of an old giant relic, the relic of creation, the glove of creation, uh, and the efforts of my mantis, my right hand, so to speak. This is looking better, I guess. Yeah. This. Okay, that's the water, but it's still not a waterfall. So it does. Oh, right, okay. And I think there's actually a cool tool here for this. Not that one. Okay, let's put you white just so I can test them. No, I do. Okay, wow, that's weirdly pretty. Okay. Oh, shite. Okay, right, I need to do that after. Okay. Yeah, so I need to do that after because first I do need to put down the extra dark. Only slightly lighter. Do the same in here. Then I think there'll be a thing I can do. Just to make this a little more, no actual rocky feeling. Actual black. Okay. Yeah. That's the mouth. And I think if I can just, oh, I need smaller brush again. Is that down there? Oh, I put that in colors. What a mistake. What a mistake to make. But I can now go back to this. Oh no, first. Like, that water shouldn't be a clean line, actually. So I'm going to also smearing this up here. Creates a kind of natural looking foam on its own. So now this actually just complements the existing effect. And now you can bugger off again. Shrink you down. No, not quite that small. God. Okay, you know what? I'm more confident now. Already feeling happier about this piece than when I started. There's still the problem of the trees, but oh dear, see. So this is the just saying no. Just let go. Weaken the knee. Held it too high. Just need a little chaos in our lives. That's suitably cracked and falling apart. I keep putting it on the wrong layer. Like a lot of those line art lines are now out of place. So I'll actually go back to the line art. To there. Keep saying no. Self-weakness. Just let go. As we release. Okay. I need to pay attention. Need to focus. So we just need chaos in our lives. I love how that advert is like you could have a leak without even knowing it. Do you always hear running water? It's like if you always hear running water, you're pretty likely to know unless you live, I don't know, next to a river, you are likely to know if you have a leak. Even then, if you're living next to a river, that would need to be a pretty quick river to be always noticing there was always thinking the water was coming from there. Like, there are so many of these adverts, and while it can sometimes be true, I don't think it does you good to like call your potential customers idiots. That's a really buff looking tree. This is a battleground, caught in the crossfire. My words are weaponry. I'm waiting patiently. Let's put that and then lead you up there. Go to you. Pale. Just to watch you drown in the end. Used to these black eyes. Fills my mind to believe that I called you a friend. Caught in the crossfire, my words are weaponry. You're waiting patiently. That. And let's get those obelisks actually, and they're going to be a stupid thing because they require solid black. And these actually do just go straight into colours. So we'll get just a couple of these. And it's quite... Now that's ironic, actually. Oh my god. How do I do this? How do I keep making this happen? This will be the... This will be the... Like, this is somehow, I think, the second or the third time. I'm starting to wonder if fairy coincidence is starting to bleed over a little, because so this is the Grove of Rebirth because it takes death and makes life from it. You know, makes sense. It's not too much of a shock to understand like where the parts of this grove stem from. The weird thing is just kind of how many things keep starting to match up. The amount of people who have visited here who are looking for rebirth, who are looking to set aside old lives and move on. And black and obsidian is one of the components of necromancy of animating the dead, which makes it kind of ironic that it itself is being used as a means of rebirth, or that it's overlooking this site of rebirth. Just struck me as just kind of struck me as weird. Okay, let's go with like 80. Come so. Okay, now I'm going to drop that to a grey, but put that to 100. There, there, and we'll put another. Yes. Curve that there. This long trail going down to there. Yeah, it's. This is honestly cementing the the choice to use this grove for me, because it's so, because not only is it capturing the feel of the place, but also just so elegantly landing on, by total accident, the yeah, so totally just kind of easily landing on the themes of the themes of the Fae that it's meant to be serving. Now let's do that. Works. There. Now, Important check. Does it smudge well? No, that's definitely a loss. Each time. So I'll leave it at that. Yes. Is that there? That along there. Okay. Let's put those two back. Ooh. Oh, that looking nice. Tree. Yeah. Ow. Now this is just a test. No. Soft light. Kinda. That's what we're looking for. Just me realizing that I probably should have put some no. Let's stick with just leave the black sand, I guess. If I wanted to put other colors in on the sands, I should have done that first. Doesn't look good. So what have we got for this waterfall then? I have closed that tab. Improvements. Mm. Mm. Right, just need to put this down. Mm. Sneeze coming. Okay, whenever I feel a sneeze, I need to just not say anything because that's how it stops. Okay, there. Now if that goes into there, just gotta queue up a couple things. No. This to bring me down again. It's that. Yeah. Now, so there are two ways I could go about this. The stuff on the edges. So I've got this space. Now I could either flesh out the grove so that it's oh, mm, 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 mm. So I could either take these entire sections for... Let's just use this for a moment. Like, one, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's the play. Nope, this guy needs this pack. Just search this. Okay. This here. This up here. It's there. There. And this will be the final tree style, I think. After this, I'll just copy things. Oof. This here. This here. This round here. Sneak that round there. Wrong button. Should probably save at some point. We try this. That's the back layer. Scratch, scrape, scratch. Oh, this one, colors. This will definitely need smudging. That doesn't look right. Stretch you out there. God. Yeah, this has been a long and difficult week for me. Lots has gotten done. As I mentioned, that first commission that I'm very, very proud of. Made new improvements on my shading with her. I haven't gotten really enough time to work on my other stuff. The Hefter's piece is still not complete. Sorry about that. But I've done a lot more stuff on the shorts. There's been a little more development on the lore of the setting. Obviously, I'm getting on with stuff like this. And honestly, I thought this would take longer. Who knows, if I'm lucky, I may even be able to start on something else next week. Here we go. There. Yeah, I'll leave that like that. No. Right, more tool. Let's make you smaller. Even smaller. Just adding some fruits. Or berries, rather. So I'm popping open a book for something. Actually, you know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send this to someone. She made some fair progress on this, though. Like that's shaping up to be a useful banner already. Just yeah. So that's it's not much, but it's honest work. Saturdays are always the quiet days, so I'll take this opportunity to hop and move on to other things. Pause. Yeah, this will be. I'll either be continuing this on Tuesday or moving on to my. I may just start something else on Tuesday. Actually, save the channel stuff for off stream. I know it's not all that interesting to watch. I know people want the squishy people, and I have a few of those to do. So, either way, pop that open. But yeah, until then, I'll see everyone. Hope to see people again soon. Till spring rises once more on a wonderful day. I think I just broke something up. Yep, so something just broke on my headset. Oh no.